already with the little slide in front of you. And I'm waiting for the go. We have the go. Okay, great. Well, we have the go, apparently. Then, welcome to Vision Weekend, everyone. It's really, woo! It's really lovely to see all of you. Who here has been here once at least before? Okay, who's been here twice? 3 times? Who here has been at a senior associate gathering in 1999? Robin, raise your hand. I know you were there. And yes, we have a few ones here. Okay, so as you can tell, this community is long-standing and I think pretty quirky. Who here is it the first time today? Also, oh my God, that's almost half the people or even more? Okay, good. So I want to welcome all of you guys. And so everyone who's been here before, please take the others by the hand and walk them through the process. I think as everyone knows, this is a pretty quirky and conference style event. And you know, we like you for what you bring and we like you for what you are. So please be exactly whoever that is. Okay, so Vision Weekend, a few things for the programming. Vision Weekend is our annual convening of Foresight's top minds on the future of nanotech, biotech, computer science, crypto commerce, and space. And we have our different individual technical groups report out. And usually we have it for a weekend. We can't really call it a weekend anymore. It kind of went for 2 weekends because we have it this weekend in San Francisco, next weekend in the Castle in France, and in between we have it virtually. So now it's Vision Week, but not really because it's almost 2 weeks. So now it's Vision Weeks. So we are making it a little bit of a festival. And so it's kind of picking up steam and becoming its own avalanche. But I think for those of you who know, who've been here, Vision Weekend is usually you come for the ideas and you stay for the fun. So it is a holiday gathering. Let's try to make it a little bit of fun. I have lots of reindeer ears for you guys. So it's the end of the year and let's have a bit of a social gathering too. Okay, so today we're really happy to be at the Internet Archive. Thank you, Brewster, and thank you, BZ, for hosting us. Thank you. So please, let's make sure we leave this beautiful space in the way that we found it. And Brewster will tell you a little bit more about the Internet Archive later today. But tomorrow we'll be at the Bird's Nest, which is also a really fantastic venue. And it is a ways away, but it's worth your time going there. It is going to be a really fun event tomorrow. And this is for our VIPs and speaker tickets. So tonight we have a little bit of a coordination hurdle where a few of the VIPs and speakers will be going to a boat first and then to the Rocket Company for dinners. And only those VIPs who've already signed NDAs will be going to the Rocket Company. So that will be a very big coordination challenge, but I'm sure we can figure it out. I believe in you. We are a good unconference event. Okay, a few things, logistical, boring things up first. Communication. Most of the communication will be happening on Discord because we are moving into the virtual space after this. And so if you want to make sure that you can communicate also with our France events, we now have a Europe community too, then make sure you're on Discord. So that's one thing where the pandemic lockdown was kind of a blessing in disguise. We moved everything online, and through that we've now grown a pretty international community, which we're picking up in France next weekend, but we will continue collaboration across continents. So if you want to engage with a flourishing community in Europe, then Discord is your best way to do this with. For help, contact Finnen. I'm sorry, Finnen, you're getting many messages. All venues are up there. For COVID, again, the inside events, please bring your mask, have your vaccination card. I think all of you here are checked in, so that's great. But we also have plenty of space outside to mingle. Down there is a great coffee area where many people will be hanging out. For the program, a few words about the program. The program is hanging out everywhere, and there's QR codes for the Vision Weekend program. But in a nutshell, what we're doing is we are starting. So always watch at the color coding that we have for the individual different events. We have the VIP events in pink and the other ones in dark purple, and then a few breaks and socials where you can really get to know each other. So if you want to really get a look at the entire schedule, you have it all on the schedule QR code. We're starting always with panels in which we're building tech trees, and more to that in just a second. We then have a break. Then we have panels again. We have a big lunch break where you'll all be hanging out outside. Then we have panels again, and this is the time when you really shine. In the afternoon, starting at 4 p.m., all of you guys will have created a tech tree slide. And we'll be gathering around individual whiteboards, and you'll be filling in your slides, and that will be a really good plot device so that everyone afterwards know what everyone else is working on and how you guys can help each other, okay? Then we have the VIP gathering tonight, and tomorrow we'll do a few deep dives at the Bird's Nest Villa. We have a few really fantastic deep dives on better cities, better energy, better DeSci, and long-termism, privacy, and space tech over here. Okay, that's just a quick run through the program. We will then also have the Virtual Vision Weekend. And so I'm already showing this to you because this is what we'll be doing for most of the next year between us flying to actually the France event. If you want to actually meet the groups that you just get a peek in today, then feel free to join the holiday gatherings. They will all be cross-silo. We have the Biotech Health Extension one on Monday, Intelligent Cooperation on Tuesday, Molecular Machines on Wednesday, and Extension Hope, Neurotech and Space on Thursday. So we have an entire week-long program ahead of you, and with Discord breaks in between. So there'll be lots of space to all get to know each other across disciplines, even in cyberspace. So it's not over when Vision Weekend here is over. Okay, great. With that being said, I really want to thank a few of you. Who here has sponsored us? Raise your hand. Thank you so much to Protocol Labs, Take Control AI, Equator Therapeutics, VitaDAO, 100+ Capital, Geometry Labs, Unitary Fund, Deep Genomics, Rejuveron, Tomorrow Biostasis, Formic Ventures, Artchain, Longevity Tech Fund. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you guys are here on a subsidized ticket, then those are the guys that you can thank for it. Really, we couldn't have done this without you guys. Thank you for allowing so many amazing new young folks to attend here. Our application form is rampant full. We were able to accept not even half of everyone who wanted to come this year. In fact, like the waiting list for the tickets and for the subsidized tickets is almost as long. So thank you all for allowing so many people to be here. And I think next year we can almost really ramp it up a notch too. So thank you very much. I also want to point out a few community organizations. So Foresight really recognizes that the long-term future is a pretty large project. So we try to really collaborate across different communities. Who here is doing office hours today? Raise your hand. Peter from, okay, here we have Peter from Longevity Tech Fund. If you want to know more about longevity investing, then go talk to Peter. There's lots of downstairs space in which you can mingle, and that will be one of them. We also have Qualia Research Institute here. We have Charter Cities Institute here. We have Alliance for Longevity Institutes here. So we have a lot of different community organizations. I will point them out for you as they arrive and throughout the day, so you can get to know a few organizations that we like to change the world with as well. Okay, good. Now, with that being said, I can introduce you to a few Foresight folks. And so we have me. I'm the person to talk to about much of the program. We have Lou Vicara, and she's the head of special projects and our VP of operations. We have Beatrice, who is coming from Sweden, who is our head of communications. So talk to her, anything about that to her. We have Finnen. If you can grab him, if he's not putting out fires at the event, then go talk to him as well. And we have Aaron over there, who's spearheading our research projects. So lots of people to talk to here throughout this event. If you want to collaborate with us, make sure you find them. Okay, with that being said, I can talk to you a little bit more about Foresight, because I think all of you always know bits and pieces because you're in individual technical groups, right? But now we want to make sure that people get a little bit of the entire bird's eye view. So Foresight is basically based on 3 pillars. We support early stage innovation, and that is in biotech to reverse aging, molecular machines to control matter, computer science for decentralized, secure, intelligent cooperation, neurotechnology for human flourishing, and space tech to further exploration. So in the next year, we're starting 2 new projects. We like to do this via a variety of different approaches. We have a pretty hits-based approach to this. We have fellowships, we have prizes, we have NFT galleries, and we have technology trees. And we really grow community at the intersection. So all of you guys here are here because you work in a fantastic area. Many of them are not related yet, but I think in the future will crisscross. And so if you're here, then please make sure, I think there is a relevant conversation probably to be had with you across all of you guys. Okay, and now I want to show you a little bit to introduce yourselves to each other, a little bit what we were up to this year and what you guys will be up to in the next year. So who here is from our molecular machines track? Raise your hand. Who here is joining those technical meetings? Okay, we have a few people here. Creon, you should raise your hand too. And so that Molecular Machines track has really done fantastic work over the whole year. If you want to take a peek, there were a few of the documents hanging out there. And what happens basically is if you grab one of the documents, you can scroll down, but they are only the first iteration. If you want to make sure that you actually get to know what this group has been working on, then you can access the full summary and the recording by clicking on the link, and you have the entire seminar summary that rolls down where you can really make sure that you get up to speed on what this group has been working on. Fantastic work has been done in this group, and I'm sure it's relevant to many of you here over time. Who is in our biotech and rejuvenation group? Raise your hands, guys. Okay, many other people. And again, the same holds true. We have a report. The report is the summary of the summaries. So if you want to make sure that you know what this group has been up to, go in the report, click on the individual links, and you'll be guided to the entire seminar summaries for each of the individual group. Next one up, who here is in our Intelligent Cooperation group? Raise your hand. Intelligent Cooperation, great. Decentralized cooperation. And we had a variety of different really fantastic seminars in this group. Brewster, Mark, and a few others who are here. And again, if you click on any of these, then you should be guided directly to the seminar summaries. So this is just to let you know, look guys, we've done a lot, and it's really, I think, worth your time to check out what we've done. We are starting 2 new groups in the next year. One is on space technology, chaired by Creon over there, and the other one is on neurotechnology, chaired by Randall Kerner, who is not here yet, but will be here very shortly. And so if you want to join these groups, there'll be application forms out there, and obviously, we also appreciate your support for each of these groups. Okay, then what else do? We have a pretty interdisciplinary community, really at the intersection of individual disciplines. Usually what Foresight did pre-pandemic is do technical competitions that try to leverage one science and technology to make progress on the challenges of another. Who here has been to our technical competitions before? Okay, a few folks, great. We're doing one again next year at the intersection between molecular machines on longevity and AI and molecular machines. So if you're into those fields, then make sure you join us there. And finally, we are now growing a global meetup layer. And so a few of you are already doing global meetups with us in the next year. And so we're collaborating with a bunch of really fantastic organizations and trying to grow more of a cross-organizational layer. And so if you're in Europe, then this will be really interesting for you guys. And hopefully in 2023, we have one in Asia as well. Finally, we have a variety of experiments in incentivization. And so if you're a Foresight Fellow, raise your hand. Who here is a Foresight Fellow? Great, lots of Foresight Fellows in the game. This year, our program was already entirely oversubscribed for the next year too. So if you want to help us help our fellows, if you like what they do, and if you like what they do throughout this weekend, then please help us support them better. We have a really long application list, and we want to pay their way to these events. We also, because we're so oversubscribed, had an accelerator. Who here are our accelerator finalists? Jean-Hubert, Emile, are you here? Jean-Hubert and Emile Kensiora is probably outside. Great, and you will hear a little bit more from them later. We have early stage prizes to really speed up progress in molecular nanotechnology. We want to launch more prizes in computer security and neurotechnology. Yuaning Feng, are you here? He's our distinguished student winner of the Nanotechnology Prize and will be giving a talk later today. Congratulations. And finally, we have a new project. So recently, we launched the Lab Gallery, collect art to fund early stage science. And this will be launching today, so very first.
Hello, everyone. First of all, it's really nice to see you all. Just wanted to tell you, yes, about this new experiment we have that is part of the program of Vision Weekend, which is a decentralized science funding experiment. We are launching the Lab Gallery, which is the first gallery geared toward accelerating technological progress toward the long-term flourishing of life. We are doing this by pairing visionary digital artworks with the work of our visionary Accelerator Prize winner, so that Alison just mentioned, Emile Kendiozira, Daniel Yves, Jean-Hubert, and so a few things to interact with this gallery. So first of all, we will have the official launch tonight, the first drop. There are QR codes around. You can access the website, check out the artworks, scout the ones that you may be interested in funding. Each of the artwork funds directly the work of the Accelerator Prize winners, as well as the artists who were involved in the project. Second of all, you will also have a presentation tonight at the Rocket Company of the full new collection, which is the creative nature of total synthesis. And finally, you will be able to interact physically with the gallery this weekend. If you follow the rooms with the black lights, the purple room, you will be able to dive into a little digital experience that hopefully you'll enjoy. That's all. Thank you.
All right, so check out the NFT gallery. This is our way to try to really do a new way of doing direct patronage for our fellows. Okay, lovely. Last but not least, and this is my way of introducing you to today's topic. So now have you open up your ears, that's a German saying. I'm not sure if it works in English. But we will be doing tech trees today. And so basically what we found out doing our reports throughout the year is that, look, one really good way, I think, in letting all of you guys know what the other people are working on across different disciplines is not only writing reports, but it's actually creating technology trees where it's really easy to see how you guys' work intersects with each other, what are new capabilities that need to be unlocked, and then not only that, but also what are individual labs, projects that are on the challenge, and what are bounties that people may want to fund. And so this is very much like a very long-term project. We are having a longevity tech tree prototype out here. This is a V00001. This will be a longer term process, but the idea is that there's so much work happening that I think would really benefit from being surfaced, or for all of you guys to collaborate across disciplines, but also for new funders and talent that always join our groups that I think are really wanting more orientation. And so if you're interested in the longevity tech tree prototype, you can go on here and check it out. Ideally, and later these nodes will open. We already have the first prototype created with more of a better database that we'll be using to roll out the other technology trees. But in order to see whether this is even worthwhile doing, we're going to do a very first prototype, and we'll do it across all of our individual technical groups. So this is the topic of today's panels. And so we've already done this a little bit with our speakers in the background, but the idea is really that what you guys will be doing is preparing a note for the technology that you guys are working on. So each of you in front of you has a slide that should look like this. And so if you haven't done so yet, take it out, fill it out, and what you put in is the area that you work on, then a final goal that you think, like an exciting goal that you think would be exciting for your field to unlock, capabilities that are required to get there, and enabling technologies that we need to make progress on. And so those could be potentially from another field eventually, right? And the capabilities that you will be able to unlock could also be the enabling technologies of new fields. So we're trying to make it really easy to figure out how all of you guys' work across disciplines interacts with each other, and also put in a little challenge. Will you? Something that you want other people in this room to solve, maybe from another discipline. And if it goes well, and if people think the challenges are worthwhile doing, we may put some bounties on it in the next year to actually get them funded. Okay? So this is a plot device for one, but if it works, and if you find this useful, then we will use it to seed technology trees in these different areas throughout our program in the next year. There's an example of how to fill this out. Here's the biotech example. But to really quickly run you through the program before I ask our speakers on stage who have already done this, is we will build individual technology trees first across the far future and space by having our speakers get their nodes together into a technology tree that we'll generate on a whiteboard. Then we do the same for neurotech and BCIs. Then you have a break. In the break, you can already go up front and put your node that you're creating with magnets on the whiteboards. Next one up, we have crypto commerce. We're doing the exact same thing. And computing and AI. Again, we're collecting individual nodes, physical nodes, onto the whiteboard, and you guys can add your nodes to it. Then again, we have lunch. We do the same for longevity and rejuvenation and biotech. We have a break. We do the the same for molecular machines and nanotech tools. Then we have a break, and then, again, it's all of you guys shine, because at that point we have different whiteboards in different areas of the room, and you all get to explain the work that you're doing to each other. So everyone mingles around the whiteboard that you put your note on, and it's a really good way for you guys to meet each other of the fields that you're working in. And then we would do a cross-silo by which you walk around the whiteboards of other groups, and you see whether the tech that you work on can maybe help another challenge that someone else has. That's the end of the main event, and tomorrow we do a few deep dives, okay? This is all a big experiment, and but we have multiple different panels in which we could try this out, and maybe something comes out afterwards where we actually have a few connections across different disciplines.